Hi everybody, Bob Sokoler, Sokoler Team, Remax Properties East. I was going to do this report from inside my office, but hey, it's snowing outside. It's the perfect weather to talk about some safety tips for your home. But first, let's just talk about the market itself, the real estate market in both Louisville and southern Indiana. It's red hot, and take a look at the number of homes that are actually on the market on the Louisville side of the river as of right now. This is when we're recording this, and you can see we're well below the normal 2,500 to 3,000 homes in the greater Louisville area, which means this might be the perfect time to talk to you about putting your home on the market. But we'll talk about that in a moment. First, with the cold temperatures out here and potential damage for your home, yes, it could be damaged by the cold temperatures, we asked Brad Lawler, who is the owner and head honcho over at Home Team Inspection Service, to give us some tips on safety proofing your home in this cold weather.
The first thing we want to be concerned about is water. So water will freeze. It has the ability to burst pipes, make big messes. So any water lines that you have in an exterior wall, so think about your washing machine, refrigerator with an ice maker line, all of those need to be tended to. Cut off the water if you can. On an ice maker, you definitely want to keep the ice maker running. Keep making ice, because those lines, even in a basement, if very cold, will freeze. Hose bibs, it may be a little bit too late now to tend to the hose bibs outside, but you want to shut those off from inside the house if you have that ability, and drain that line. Because those are very likely to burst. If you do find you got a frozen line, what I would do is I'd recommend that you put a little blow dryer heat to it, just to thaw the line out before it has the ability to burst. So most important thing that anybody can do is just make sure that you know how to shut the water off in your house. Make sure you got the tool standing by if you need to, but that's going to be the easiest way to prevent damage occurring to the house. Next thing you're going to want to do is look for roof leaks. Even with snow on a roof, you can poke your head in the attic, see whether or not you've got any water that's forming on any of the sheathing, or seeing any stains or dripping there. If you do, just get a hold of a roofer to have them come out. If the snow does clear, people can always check their roofs out by even using binoculars. Don't climb up there, but you can even scan your roof and look at the flashing for signs of leaks around those. Make sure your gutters are cleaned out. So I know we've got some warm days in between the cold ones. Clean those gutters out. Drafts inside the house are the big common complaint right now. You can take even a lit candle and walk around by your windows and see if the candle flickers. You've got some air coming in the house. You can still add weather stripping to windows. The V-type that goes into the window sashes is a real easy fix. A few dollars to do that. If you haven't taken the air conditioning units out of your windows, please do that. That's, you're losing huge amounts of heat there. Draft dodgers, those little fabric tubes around the bottoms of windows, bottoms of doors, will keep any of the cold air from coming in. And the foam insulation, those little panels that go behind the outlets or your switches on those exterior walls, that's another great way to just prevent drafts from coming into the house. Final things that I'll mention is, please make sure that if you're using a fireplace, that you know how to operate the damper, and the damper is open. If you've got a wood burning in that fireplace, don't use any gas appliances in a home as a space heater. You've got to have ventilation for those, so don't bring those into to the house. And I think the last thing, Bob, is for any of those folks who own pets, just please know that it's best to have them inside, but if they've got to be outside, make sure that they've got some extra bedding. Make sure that their water hasn't frozen, because we see that those frozen water bowls outside, that's not doing them any good. And last thing I would say is, just like us living in a house, we want to prevent drafts. So cover up those, block the wind from getting into those enclosures, and have a happy pet, happy family, and hopefully everyone stays warm and toasty this very cold winter.
Great tips, Brad. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, as for your home, if you're thinking this may be the year to think about putting your home on the market, well, this is the time to start talking about it. We'd love to come out and talk to you, take a look at what the house has, what it may need or may not need if you're thinking about doing some improvements, and then talk about a plan for putting your home on the market. And by the way, we now have 5, yep, count them, 5 different ways for you to sell your home safely and in many cases not have to worry about finding your next home, which is one of the major problems a lot of sellers are saying. Hey, we don't know we're going to be able to find our next home. Well, we have a number of ways to help you ensure that you do find your next home. In fact, go to this link that's here in the video and it will take you to our page that really tells you the different ways to sell your home. But no matter what, please feel free, give me a call. I'll come out, we'll talk, and we'll come up with a plan for getting your home sold here in 2022 and finding your next dream home. My direct cell number, 502-376-5483. Again, 502-376-5483. You can also email me, bob@WeSellLouisville.com. And one more quick thing. If you have a chance, Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m., turn on 840 WHAS. You can also ask Alexa to turn on 840 WHAS, or I'm sure Google as well. But it will take you to our radio show from 8:30 to 9, and all we talk about basically real estate news and real estate questions that come from people like you. It's an interesting show and you'll learn a lot. Again, that's 8:30 Sunday morning from 8:30 to 9 a.m. on 840 WHAS. Thanks for watching. I'm Bob Sokoler, the Sokoler team, RE/MAX Properties East.